Hey everybody, my name is LaPrecious and welcome to my channel. Let's talk with LaPrecious. So today I will be doing another reading review for you all, and I will say that this will be the last reading review that I'll do because I do feel like it's time for me to branch out on my own spiritual journey and learn more about the tarot cards, learn about more about crystals and more about working with the spirits and more about working with candles and things like that so that I can start on my own spiritual business. So, yesterday, right after I did the video about the bone reading, I had a basic reading done and I got all of the questions answered that I have always wanted to know. I'm going to go ahead and go through the questions and the answer with you. Perfect. I turned right to it in my notebook. Okay, so you guys know I've been really focused on being in a relationship and being attractive and trying to figure out how I can get a boyfriend because that's something that I've always wanted. I've had boyfriends in the past, I've had hookups in the past, I've had the typical relationship woes that a lot of women go through, but I've always wanted to know how I can attract the one. What do I need to do to attract the one? And what do I need to do in order to be the woman that locks him in and gets him in so I can get married and have kids and move on to the other phase of my life? So I feel like with the spiritual journey that I've been on since we've been in quarantine has really helped me see a lot about myself and a lot about other people and what it is that I need to do in order to be great and to be a better person. So the first question that I asked was when I speak to the men in the chat rooms and they reject me when they see me, what is the reason? I tend to go where I have more fluidity and more flexibility when it comes to talking and conversating. When I'm on dating apps where I have to show my picture, I really don't like being as open on those because the men on there are so visual and physical. It's like if you're their type or their preference, they'll date you and they'll pursue you seriously. But if you're not their type or their preference, then they'll just lower you down to someone they just want to sleep with. And then once they sleep with you for maybe a couple days or a few times, they'll just dump you and get with somebody they really want to be with. And since I'm tired of just dealing with that and whatnot, I wanted to know why. Now, when I go into the chat rooms and they're not able to see me, it's a lot better because I'm able to have more open conversations. I get to know more information and I just get to have a lot more fun when I'm anonymous. So, the response that she told me was that some are just looking for a good time, some are just looking for a conversation. Some don't find me attractive, as in physically attractive. And that really didn't hurt me too much because I know sometimes when you tell someone that people don't think you're pretty or cute or whatever, it can hurt your feelings. But I have tough skin and high self esteem because due to the life that I've lived, I've had to have tough skin and high self esteem just to get ahead and just to get over what I've been through. Because when you're going through tough times and when you have a hard life, there's no room for tears. You can cry every now and then, but there's no room for low self esteem, no room for caving in, and giving up. Because when you do that, the haters win, the losers win, the people that are trying to overpower you and overrule you, they win, and you really don't get anywhere. But you end up at the bottom, crumbling and falling like the people that came against you wanted you to. So, and she said that I had spiritual protection from my ancestors about not being able to get into relationships with these men because they knew how hurt I would be. And I've heard that a lot of times before. And it's kind of made me mad. I remember a long time ago talking to my mom about this because when you're just not able to get a boyfriend, it can be really frustrating because we see so many other women get boyfriends and we see so many other women get what they want out of life and we see so many other women easily have children and get married and all that. We feel like life is just so unfair because we don't even ask for much or really ask for too much. We just want to be loved by somebody that we find physically attractive, that'll treat us right, that'll marry us and give us, everything in the world so we can feel complete and content. But, unfortunately, it's not like that for a lot of us. So, yeah, and I have heard that people's rejection is God's protection, but I guess you can say that I get mad sometimes when I don't have my way or what I want to get, because it's like I want it so bad. But I guess that the hurt and the pain must either been something that I've already went through, or probably something far worse that I probably wouldn't be able to come back from. So maybe it is a blessing that I'm getting rejected the way that I've been. And she also stated that, and for the record, I did get my reading done by Shatara Marie, and I will put her website in the chat box here so you can get your reading done from her if you're interested. And so, and she also said that they do enjoy my conversation, but nothing further due to the above reasons that I mentioned. So that's where I pretty much got my answer. And then I also asked her, how can I become physically attractive for them to like me, to be interested in me? And I know some people may say, well, the pressures, you shouldn't fold for men to like you. You shouldn't try to change yourself for men to like you. You shouldn't try to be something that you're not. But in the world that we live in, if you don't have what someone wants, they're not going to want you. That's just common sense. It's like we go to the grocery store and we pick up what we want to buy. We go to McDonald's and we order off the menu what we want to eat. So it's the same thing. So when it comes to dating, people want what they're ordering, or people want they're bargaining for, or people want what they're buying. And it's not to put a price on yourself or to say that you're, a piece of meat or anything like that. But that's the way life is. It doesn't make sense for us to want things that we don't want, and for us to have things we don't want to have, and for us to be people we don't want to be. Like for myself, everything I've done in my life, it was because I wanted to. And if I didn't, most of the time it was due to opposition from my parents per se. And that was pretty much it. But everything else I've done in my life, I wanted to do. Like my YouTube channel, the way my room is designed, the way my pictures are painted, the way my hairstyle, the kind of clothes that I wear. That's because that's what I want to do. And when it comes to dating, it's the same way. Like, for example, Cardi B is the person that I think of when it comes to this, because we all know her story as a stripper, and an Instagrammer, and then a reality TV show star to a rap star. And she even said that when she was, dancing in the club, she noticed how a lot of women that had bigger butts and bigger boobs would get more attention and more money. So she pretty much stripped and saved enough money to get her breasts done, and she got her butt done, and she was able to make top dollar. So that's what it comes down to when it comes to dating. So if you want to be seen as serious, or if you want to be seen as attractive or whatever, then you're going to have to abide by, you know, men's preferences in order for you to be with them. So she pretty much said that when she did my reading, the Urzuli Freda card had came up and the beauty card had came up. To those of you who don't know who Urzuli Freda is, Urzuli Freda is a Loa, or a spirit in the Haitian voodoo religion, and she is the spirit of sensuality, of beauty, of romance, of love. And whenever you see her, she is the alternative spirit of Our Lady of Sorrows. She is a white woman, or a European woman. You'll see her statue, and she'll be holding her heart like this with a sad look on her face, and there'll be arrows like shooting between her heart. But she'll be like adorned in like lockets and gems and jewels, and even the background will have like lockets and hearts and jewels and things of that nature, because that's what she represents. And so she said in the card she saw me lighting a candle to help me to become physically attractive. And when it comes to candles, a lot of us have heard that you can light a candle for this, you can light a candle for that. Whenever you do candle magic or candle work, you do have to do some type of physical work on your own. I did purchase a candle, and on her website, when you purchase the prayer candles, she can put a specific prayer for you on the candle. And the options she has for languages are either Haitian Creole, because she is Haitian, or English if you don't understand or speak Haitian Creole. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what I bought. But I know for myself, in order for me to become physically attractive, there's some things that I'm going to have to do for myself. Now, I told you guys yesterday in my other video that I did ask my friend, so what kind of women are you going to interested in? And he sent me pictures of the women that he liked. And he gave me an idea. Hey, Beautiful Magic. So he was interested in, the Instagram model, black strippers. Y'all know the ones that dress in like lingerie or bikinis or stripper outfits, and they have like the tattoos on the side and like the big jiggly butt and the boobs. And he's also interested in like the sophisticated Instagram models that take pictures in high fashion clothes in exotic places around the world, and they're very sleek and slim, but their hips and their butt just mellow out into their shape. And he also likes, the black girl magic girls, the type of girls that I like to say they have like the baby hairs and the braids and the shea butter like skin. They're real pretty, skin is popping, clothes are popping, very Afrocentric into their blackness, but they don't take shit from anybody. And so I'm like, okay, this is good. So now I know what you're interested in. And one man that I was talking to that became disinterested in me once he saw me, he did say that his type was the slimmer type. So I'm like, okay, a lot of the men that I talk to, they don't want to tell me why they're not interested in me because due to their cultures, they don't believe in being blunt or honest like that. Even if they don't like you or even if they're not interested, they still have a sense of respect and a sense of modesty. So if they don't like you or not interested, they just won't talk. They'll just, say a farewell, or maybe I have something to do, or you just get the silent treatment. And from their silence alone, you just have to say, okay, you're not interested, and move on. And that's pretty much what I've gotten. So this really helped me. I've decided that I do want to lose weight again. I last year I attempted to lose weight with Slim Fast and Nutrisystem. I have purchased Slim Fast bars for me to start eating for my meals. I did eat some shrimp that I cooked up yesterday from my seafood boil to eat with this. Because one thing I learned that if y'all try to eat these bars and shakes and sometimes the meals by themselves and you don't add on maybe a cracker or a piece of bread or something, it can make you sick. It can give you diarrhea. Your head can start hurting. Because I went through all of that last year and I just had to give up. I'm like, you know what? I'll just go back to eating real food because this stuff is making me sick. And I remember it made me hungry all the time because I was going to the bathroom. And then as I was eating this food, it was just so, it was like a cycle of like healthy eating, flush out, healthy eating, flush out. But it's like the hunger pains you just can't fight and they make you want to eat. And so I know y'all are probably saying, well, if it did that to you the last time, then why are you doing that this time? Well, I feel like with the diet plans, they'll help me because I know that I have to eat this in order to be healthy, in order to lose weight, since that's what I really want to do. So that's why I decided to do it again because I did say that if I want to be physically attractive the way that these men want me to be in order for me to get with them and to be with them, then I'm going to have to put up and shut up and just suck it up and eat healthy, drink water. I'm going to cut out sugar, fast food, and caffeine because I have been dabbling off of that lately while I was eating healthy with regular food. But I think if I just cut it out altogether, my skin will go back to being healthy the way it was a long, long time ago. My body will finally be in the right shape. And I just feel like I'll be so healthy because even though I haven't been eating with the Slim Fast or the Nutrisystem diet plans, I have seen an improvement in my blood pressure, in my weight, in my skin, in the way that I feel. But I just really want to lose the weight and be healthy. So, since this is what I want to do, that's the measure I've taken. But I also said that if my body doesn't mellow out or shape out the way that I want it to, then plastic surgery is the next option. And that's just what I'll do instead. So, moving along from that question, I asked her once a man is interested in me, How can I keep him intrigued so that he won't chase another woman? And I feel like that's a good question because keeping men interested can be hard. It's not the easiest thing in the book. I've noticed that when men speak with me or talk to me, they're interested in my conversation. Or if I happen to look the way they want me to, they'll be interested and intrigued by that. They'll give me attention, they'll flirt with me, and they'll stick and stay with me. And I've also noticed that men like it when you cooperate with them. So if you have a masculine man that pursues you, well, a man, if you have a masculine man that pursues you and you allow him to pursue you and to fill you out and to talk to you and to conversate, he likes that. And if he's respectful to you, because some men that approach you can be disrespectful and they can be, hateful and vengeful and all that. But say this is a good guy and he's sweet to you, he's complimenting you, he's talking to you, he's interested in you, then when you follow his lead and don't do too much and you like give a little here, give a little there, and you keep him like latched on, that's how a relationship can develop. But I've noticed with me in the dating world, it's a little harder because I'm not able to get as many dates as I would like to or as many serious inquiries as I would like to. So I'm really trying to find a way to get that. So she said that Oya and Azuli Dantor will help me to lock them in. Oya is a Orisha spirit. She's the Orisha of fire and storms, and she is my spiritual mother in Santeria. And if you guys were paying attention to the shirt that I wore in my Peruvian food, I actually had her picture on there, and I'll show it to you on this dress. And that's the reason why I bought it when I went to the beauty store. Because when you look up images of Oya, she tends to have this look, especially with the red and the gold, or like the red and brown. And so that's why I bought this shirt as a representation of Mama Oya. And so she said that Oya and Urzuli Dantor. Now, Urzuli Dantor is another mother in in the spiritual world. Urzuli Dantor is the mother figure in Haitian voodoo. She's also Aloa, so that means she is a spirit. And as you guys know, I have this candle here that represents her because her colors are purple and her feast days are Tuesdays. So usually on Tuesdays, I burn this candle. And when I did a consultation with three Hoodoo sisters, she told me to burn a red candle on Tuesdays as well. So I burn those candles. So she pretty much said that these are good things, but I need to take steps to make myself more beautiful. And I will say that I have done a lot of things to myself that are better that I really should have been doing a long time ago. I've been watching a lot of femininity videos and I've been taking heed to those. I've been taking more spiritual baths, more love baths, more road opener baths. I've been tapping into my spirituality by praying more and doing my candle work like I was in the beginning. I started to wear, wigs because my hair underneath is damaged and is broken off, which is why I really don't like showing my hair as much on my YouTube channel like I used to because of how my hair is. So I think now if I wear like wigs such as this that really suit my look and whatnot, and then I'm gonna start learning how to braid and cornrow to keep my hair in a protective style so I can start growing my hair back and to look better. And the other day when I was ordering takeout, I said, I'm gonna put some clothes on and stuff because usually when I order takeout, I come in my pajamas and my wrap cap and stuff. But I've just learned that you do have to have a sense of privacy and sacredness about yourself because I feel like whenever you go outside of the house with wrap caps and hair bonnets and pajamas and things like that, you're allowing people to see the intimate side of you, the unkept side of you, and the personal side of you, which they really don't need to see. Because, we all get sleepy and tired and lazy and want to be in our pajamas. But I feel like other people don't need to see us like that. Because a lot of times when we go out to the store and don't dress nice, we see people from church, work, ex boyfriends, all of that in Walmart and the flea markets and in malls. We just see people we don't want to see us look like that. And so I've decided that, you know what, in order for me to look better and to be taken more seriously and to be given more respect, let me dress respectful. So I started, washing up, putting on clothes, wearing my hair down, and just, keeping my face clean and either little makeup or light makeup in order to help me. So I think that's something I've been doing good. And she told me, I feel you with this quarantine. I have been looking busted. Yeah, a lot of us have been looking busted because, with the quarantine, you can't go anywhere but the grocery store and maybe a few shopping malls or maybe a few shopping centers or stores, unless they're closed down. You can only do like online orders or pickup. But you're like, well, why do I need to dress up, blah, 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 when I'm just going to be at the house? But if you're not careful, when you sit in laziness and comfortability for a long time, you'll start to think that's normal. And then you'll start to go out and dress like that and it just doesn't feel good. I remember being a child and being younger and I was being told that, people judge you by the way that you look. And I had a carefree attitude when I was younger. And sometimes it worked in my favor, sometimes it didn't. But I'm learning now as an adult, especially when it comes to getting jobs and getting boyfriends and even making friends and even making acquaintances and networking. If you look busted and disgusted or a hot tail mess, people are not going to treat you well and they're not going to respect you. They're not going to look at you. They're going to ignore you. They're going to make it seem like you don't exist because people have standards. And we live in a world now where everybody has standards and preferences and types, but you have to understand in order for you to get in some of these doors and to be accepted by some of these people and to get some jobs or even just to have certain social circles or desirable social circles, you have to look a certain way. And a lot of us, especially in the black community, and that's something I'm really breaking away from is talking about colorism and racism and featureism and all these isms that we're affected by in our community is that I understand that these things are wrong and we should fight against colorism, featureism, and racism. And we should get to a point where we can be accepted and loved and desired like all the other races of women. Because I do believe that the black woman is the most disrespected out of any other race. Because you see how with us, we have to dress the part and look good and make sure we're on our P's and Q's. Because if not, we won't get accepted. And that's simply because of our heritage as slaves and of the perceptive mindset that since we were slaves and only good enough to be somebody's nanny, mammy, prostitute, or whore, that we're not good enough for anything. And that this is 2020. We've had a black president, black successful TV shows, black leaders, and everything. We still have to fight against those stereotypes. And that's just the way that it is. And I feel like the black community needs to accept that yeah, we want acceptance, yeah, we want love, and yeah, we want admiration, but we still need to work for a lot of things that we want in order for our people to be respected. And so yeah, so I pretty much see that within myself that I need to do, like change my ways in the physical by not doing too much and keeping up with my appearance. And she also said that I have a beautiful soul, that I'm a lovable person and whatnot. And that felt good to hear because sometimes when you're rejected so much by people, it can make you question where you belong and where you fit in and who you should be. So yeah, it was good that that was confirmed. And I also asked her, how can I get people to be interested in me? And she pretty much told me to be myself and things will happen, that the man is coming that I desire. I keep getting this pulled up in my cards and I'm really happy because I've always wanted somebody to be with, but I'm just trying to figure out like how to get him and when he's gonna come, but she said it's coming, so that was good confirmation. I did ask her about a friend of mine, and because this friend and I have been through so much good, bad, and ugly, and sometimes I question their motives. And she told me that they were just being nice, but not to give him the time of day, to not be too trusting of this person. And she also said, to just take this person at surface level, but just don't get too deep with them. So they're pretty much like an acquaintance. So when they say, "Oh, hey, how are you?" I can say, "I'm good," and we have small talk, and just let it be that, and then let them move forward. And one thing, and this is why I love readings, because you get so much tea about a lot of stuff that happened. Like if you go to an accurate reader, and if you go to a reader that's like gonna tell it like it is and not gonna lie or like bluff you or anything, you'll find out a lot of tea or a lot of background information on stuff. So you guys know I used to work at this gym. That was like my second job. My first job I had was me being a translator. I was a translator for English and Spanish for about 3 to 4 years for a cleaning company. And then once my work started thinning out, I got a job at a gym as a receptionist. And I remember he wasn't like my official boss, but he was like one of the bosses that was there. And he would always be nice to me. And I felt like he was kind of flirting with me and everything like that. And I'm like, I think he liked me like that and everything like that. And some people, they would joke about me. They would joke to me and say, such and such asked about you, and such is going to be so sad when you're leaving and all that. And so I asked her, I said, well, did he like me romantically and like me as an employee? And she confirmed that he did and that he was flirtatious with me and everything. And I'm like, okay, that's something that, I already knew anyway. But it just felt good to hear somebody else say it. So that's why I asked that question. But other than that, that was pretty much my whole reading, because I said a lot of my questions had already been answered and a lot of my inquiries had already been found out. So I really don't see another reason why I would go to her again unless I would be in need of confirmation or answers and whatnot in the future. So that's the next time I want to go to her. But I really do feel like now I've gotten all the help that I need from her as well as other spiritual readers. So I think now I'm going to like discover my own heritage, my own lineage. Hey, Kaike. I'm going to discover my own lineage, my own heritage, and pretty much my own spiritual journey and my own spiritual walk. Are you doing readings? I could do a reading for you if you would like for me to. Because what this video was about was me getting a reading. But back to what I was saying, like I do want to do more readings professionally. My sign is a Sagittarius. What's yours? Yes, I would love that. Okay. Okay, I could do a reading for you. So yeah, that was pretty much my reading. That was pretty much my reading that I got from her. And as I said before, I'm going to do like different readings in the future, and I'm going to do different types of work and things like that. You're a Taurus. Kai K, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not really that skilled in astrology just yet, nor numerology, but I'm really good at the readings. But I will have to look up the meanings. You should, that would be great. But I'm really good at the tarot reading. So I could do a tarot reading for you real quick. So the tarot readings that I could do, I got all my cards out. So okay, this is gonna be fun because I always want to do this. Okay, so what reading could I do for you if you want me to do one? So you have the love readings, then you have the, yes, that's what I want, tarot reading. Okay, you have a love reading, you have a work reading, then you have spiritual path reading. Mike Hawk, can you have a reading? Okay, yeah, you can have a reading. Um, Let's see, spiritual path reading. Okay, so Kai K, how are my love interests viewing me? Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm shuffling the cards right now. I'm gonna call on the spirit of the Loas to help me because those a lot of times when I do readings and want to figure stuff out, I can usually call on the Loas to guide me on things. Okay, Razuli Freda, I have Kai K with me, and they want to know how their love interests are viewing them. I see a lot of people stalking me and following me in college. What the purpose of them doing this? And what do they tell us about me? Especially females in the summer Scorpio. And hello. Angelo. Okay. Okay, so I'm done shuffling. So Kai K, I'm gonna turn my camera. Let's see. Let me move my camera and get on the floor. That's where you'll be able to see me a lot better. Okay. Okay, so Azuli Freda, Kake wants to know how are their love interests viewing them? One, two, three, four, five. Stop. Okay. So I'm gonna have the cards facing me because whenever you do tarot, you'll either get a reverse card or upright card. So once the cards are facing me, and I'm gonna do columns of 4 to get a clear picture. So, okay, this is an upside down ace, a upside down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 of pentacles. We have a right side up magician, the devil, upside down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of swords, Knight of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of swords. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wheel of Fortune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One thing I'm going to say, Kai K, from looking at these cards overall, you have some pretty good cards. When it comes to tarot, whenever you have the major arcana cards, like the Magician, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Aces and the Knights, that means you're a very important person, or you're a very powerful person, or a very important person. Because I usually, whenever I get tarot cards done on me, I always get the major arcana cards. So this is a good sign. So let me get my reader. So I'm going to turn them around so you can see them. Okay. So are you able to see the cards, Kai Kai, and how they came out? The cards are matching your nails. Yeah, they match my nails. Okay, so this card that you got, I got this card. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, these are reversed. So you're seeing them the way that I saw them. So with your Ace of Cups, that is reversed. Okay, so with the Ace of Cups by this one, and I want you to tell me if this is correct or not. So with your Ace of Cups, this is a positive omen. It means that you may be feeling in general a bit stuck, and know that with your time and attention, you can resolve most blockages. So, this is pretty much saying, this is a positive card representing your positive nature, but there may be something about you that's making you feel stuck or making you feel like you can't move forward or somehow get out of the rut that you have. But when it comes to it indicating love, it's stating that things aren't quite where they need to be in your love life. And it says that you should look at yourself first and see, have you truly allowed yourself to live life, or have you truly allowed yourself to be yourself? So with the second card, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the nine pentacles. Okay, the nine pentacles is a little negative. It states that lack of independence, stability, security, reckless spending, shady investments, working too hard. Yeah, so this card is not necessarily that good. It indicates there's a lack of independence, lack of confidence and freedom and security and stability. And when it pertains to love, there's a sense of a lack of stability and a lack of security. So if you're getting these types of cards, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through each card individually, and then I'm going to give you like an overall thing. Yes, I'm looking. Yes, I do. True. Okay, beautiful magic. I'll give you a reading too. Okay, so that's what that card represents. Now we have the magician, and the magician card is upright. I'm doing a reading. Okay, so the magician is an upright sign. So this is a good sign. So the magician means power, influence, and willpower, resourcefulness, and skill. You remember I mentioned to you that people that get the major arcana cards are very important people. So this is a good thing that you got this card because this card represents power, influence, and willpower. So with relationships, it means that the relate. Let's see, indicates that now may be a great time to meet someone new, and your partner will be serious about you and will have good intentions and will treat you well. But I know with these two cards, they kind of stated instability in a way. Now we have the devil. Now the devil sometimes can indicate a bad thing. The devil sometimes cannot. So let's see what the devil has to say. Okay, so the devil's card, meaning if it's sitting upright, it indicates addiction, depression, mental health issues, secrecy, obsession, cheating, and yeah, so this is a negative card. So now with relationships. Now this one is saying that a potential relationship that you may have may not be the best one to do. And okay, you're currently single. Okay, good. That you may not be the best one to do, or it may not be the best route for you to go. So that's what the devil represents. And let's see. And it kind of coincides with this one. I want to say this card pretty much represents you as a person, and the other cards pretty much represent the direction of your love life. Now we have the upside down. Let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six pentacles. Give yourself a bit of time and relax, and you will. Oh, I'm just reading the comments you guys are reading. To be honest, the tarot reading can't answer your question. Only yourself can. Hi, hey Anna Alves. Okay, so let's see. Now, since I'm showing you the way it came out to me, this is reversed. So the reversed pentacles means a lack of use of generosity, abuse of power, position, gifts with strings attached, inequality, lack of charity, scams. So this is a negative card with this one. And then the next card coming up is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Now you have a reverse Eight of Swords. Okay, the Eight of Swords is escape, freedom, release, finding solutions, and taking control. So it seems like so far with your love life, since you said that you're single, that you are a good person, that you are powerful, and you represent positivity and stability. But it looks like your potential suitors or your potential love interest may not be the way to go, and you may have to be the one to take the initiative, or you may have to be the one to take control over your own love life and really decipher what's best for you and what's not. Because a lot of these cards so far, they appear to be warning signs. Okay, so now we have the reversed pentacle. I just need to care for myself only right now. Yes, right. I just need to care for myself only right now. Yes, because that's what the cards are indicating. Okay, so when this is reversed, yes, we have another one that says the same thing, and this one indicates lack of goals, lacking common sense, a little bit of an underachiever, procrastination, not taking advantage of opportunities, unfaithfulness, and just pretty much not taking care of yourself. So that's what this one represents. Now we're going to move along to one, two, three, four, five, six, the Six of Wands. No, wait, I'm sorry. I think I might have read these wrong because I'm showing you the way that they're okay. This one is upright. So forget what I said about that one. That one has a positive meaning to it. I'm sorry. Because I'm looking at it the way it looks to me, and I'm showing you the way that it looks. Hey, Tara girl, the way that it looks right here. So I'm going to go back and reread that. I'm going to give you an inaccurate reading. Okay, so upright, this one. This one means setting goals, developing a plan, laying the foundation, and jumping in consistency. So this one really falls in line with this one because, as I mentioned before, it stated that you needed to take better care of yourself and you needed to take the initiative and be the one that sets the tone for how your love life goes and where you want to be. So, yeah, this one falls in alignment. Now we're going to move along to one, two, three, four, five, six, the Six of Wands. Mike Hawk and a Terra Girl. Wait, Beautiful Magic is in there too. Don't forget her. Okay, so the Six of Wands is a really good card. It means success, victory, and winning, and having the advantage, triumph, achievement, and praise and awards. So this one falls in alignment with this one. So it seems like this one up here is telling you the direction of your love prospects and of your love life. She don't want it anymore. Okay, and so this one is falling in alignment as well. So now we're going to move down to this one. One, two, three, four, five, six. That one is a Six of Cups reversed. Okay, I'm going to ask you, Kai K, about this one. And Mike Hawk, Beautiful Magic, you can always ask another question. Well, Mike Hawk, I think you were the one that told her that you can't really get the answer to your question from tarot cards. You actually can, because I've asked questions in my tarot card readings for my videos and I got the answers. You can't, I'm going to be honest, you can't always get the answers to your questions from yourself because we don't know everything. And since people have been created to give us things that we need and that we want, that's why sometimes we have to look to others for the answers. Okay, this one goes back to looking back at what made you happy in the past. And Mike, this one, not Mike, Kai K, this one is for you. So it says many people look at the past and fixate on difficult moments that may be worthy of therapy sessions. So, and these do get a little personal, and that's the main thing about tarot cards, is that tarot cards they're not just on the surface. They do dig a little deep. No, she asked why she can't stick to one thing. Oh, okay. So usually with this card, and I'm going to show it to you. This card shows two children looking at each other, and this card usually represents happier times and times of the past and whatnot. So when it's reversed, it means that yes, six of it's dealing with issues I didn't want to deal with the with love wise. Yes. Yes. So it looks like overall you're a pretty good person and your head is on straight, but it'll just be important for you to focus on what makes you happy. Focus on goals that are going to push you higher as a person and going to push you forward. But it's also telling you to deal with things. It's me analyzing, and it's me analyzing the past. So what you're saying is that you're kind of stuck in the past on what happened and why it didn't work out, things like that. Unresolved, it's me trying to move forward but still having thoughts, yeah, about the past of unresolved issues or things I avoided in my past love relationship. Yeah, yep, that's exactly what that is. So what I would recommend, well, I'm not going to give any recommendations till I'm done with this. So we're going to move along to the second card, and this is a Ten of Wands. It represents, let's see, burdens. It shows that it shows right here that you're carrying too much, which is it's funny how these all coincide with each other because we just talked about things of the past because a lot of times, ooh, my legs cramping. In relationships, like you said, by you having things going on in your past and them not being resolved, the next step for you to be is that you're due to you holding on to the things in the past, you're carrying too much. How can I have a reading? Yes, I can do a reading with you, Anna. This card represents that you're carrying too much. That by you focusing on the past and trying to figure out what happened, why it didn't work, and things like that, what you probably need to do is analyze what happened, analyze why it didn't work, realize the mistakes that you made, and realize the things that you didn't do but you should have did. Forgive yourself and realize that it's in that the past is the past and that it can't be changed because it already happened, and let it go, because that's the only way that your issues in love are going to be resolved. Is that, and I'll be honest with y'all, it's not good in life to just let life happen all the time and to allow hurt feelings to bother you and whatnot. You have to deal with stuff, because sometimes the reason why we can't move forward in life is because we're dealing with too much from the past. Yes, is that I have taken on too much in my past relationship, that I wasn't appropriately communicating my needs or expressing myself. Yes. Now I'm not like this anymore. Perfect. And now you're moving along on the right path because you have the Wheel of Fortune. And so the Wheel of Fortune is a good card. This is a perfect card for you because since we pretty much discussed everything that's wrong with your prospective relationships and everything that you're going through, that The past needs to be dealt with and it needs to rest and be let go. Once you do that, you're going to start to see changes. So once you start taking care of yourself, and once you start loving yourself and developing yourself as a person, then you're going to see new possibilities. You're going to see a change in your health. You're going to see a change in your wealth. You're going to see a change in your job prospects. And of course, you're going to see prospects in your relationships, because when people see that you love yourself and you're doing better for yourself, they're going to be like, well, I want to connect to that light. I want to connect to that positivity. And if you share that same positivity in them, then they're going to connect to you and you're going to attract that. So the last card that we have is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, seven wands. So this one means, and this one is also saying that with your personality and your dating prospects, you you may be too timid or too scared about telling them how you feel, telling them what you want, and telling them where you want this to go. Because this is a funny tarot card for me. This is what this card looks like upright. I've never gotten this tarot card until I did one on myself the other day. Because when this is standing right up, this means you're fighting for what's yours and you're fighting for your position. But when it's upside down, it's pretty much saying that you're not you're not fighting for what's right. And not so necessarily fighting, you're not standing up for yourself. You're not being strong, you're not being sturdy, you're not being upright and upfront about what you want. Is being indecisive about something. This is usually because of one or two things. Either the fear is too intense to move forward, or the time is simply not right. Well, being indecisive does contribute to it. And to me, it looks like you're dealing with a relationship imbalance when you say that the fear is too intense to move forward, or the time is simply not right. I've dealt with this with relationships too. And I kind of got burned from doing this too when it comes to relationships. Sometimes we know we're not ready to be in a relationship because we know our finances are not in order, our lives are not in order, our education is not in order, we're just not in order, but we have this strong desire to be with someone. And sometimes the right person can come along and we're like, oh, great, we got somebody, now I'm with somebody. But it's it's like, man, I know I can't be with this person because what they want to do, I can't do. So it's not going to work. And then if we're not careful in life when we do that, we can bust out some really good people that we really were meant to be with, but due to us not being ready and wanting something that we were supposed to have, but we weren't ready for it yet, we bust ourselves out of that opportunity. And you also mentioned about being the fear. Let me scroll up because we got a lot of people in here tonight. Too intense the timing, yes. So that's pretty much what your overall reading is. So your overall reading is this: you are a strong person, you are a person of influence, and you're a person of value. So the magician, this was your card. But the cards are pretty much saying that you just need to clean up a little bit. Just pretty much get your finances in order, get your thoughts in order, get your job prospects or your job in order. Pretty much get everything about yourself that's out of order in order. In order. Set goals. Be upright. Be upfront. And sometimes the reason why we're so indecisive about love and we don't know what we want is because we're not in touch with ourselves. I was speaking to a friend of mine one day about this, and he pretty much was telling me that he was scared of being in love and scared of not finding the one. And I told him, I said, well, it looks like you need a spiritual foundation, because a lot of times if people put anything above themselves, they don't have a strong foundation, because how can you have something to yourself when you don't know yourself? And where you're not a well put together self for you to be sturdy enough to have this. So overall, you're a good person, but you just need to be true to yourself. You just need to be honest with yourself, analyze the past, figure out what happened, what get wrong, forgive yourself and forgive others, and to let it go. But to also stand firm on what you believe, stand firm on what you want, go after what you want, and success will be yours. Okay, so the next person that we're going to do is Mike Hawk. So we're going to get our cards together. I really need to get a camera, so I won't have to turn this camera around so much. You're welcome, Kai. Okay, Kai. So you were telling me that you had people at school that were stalking you. Yes. So I see a lot of people stalking me, following me on college. What's the purpose of them doing this? And what do they tell others about me, especially females? Do they think this? And I'm Scorpio, and I'm in hello. Don't call me my cock, please. It's a joke username. Okay, well, I call. Oh, yeah, you said your name is Angelo. Okay, so now I know. Okay, so you want to know about my eggplant seed. Okay, I'm not focused on that joke. I'm gonna do your reading. Okay, I'm gonna call on the spirit of Azuli Dantor. Azuli Dantor is the mother spirit. She is the person. I know you're not a female, but she's the one that looks over humanity. She's the spirit of humanity. So Azuli Dantor, tell me why people stalk Angelo, and what do they say about him to others, and what do they think of him? Okay, Azuli Dantor. One, two, three, four, five. Stop. Okay. King of Cups, Temperance, the Star. So, Mike, tell me about your personality, because you seem to have some really positive cards. So, I assume you're the kind of person that likes to joke around. You're the type of person that likes to maybe have fun, but you have more of a dark humor about yourself, where you do like to have fun and where you do like to joke around, but you don't like to be too too silly or too jokingly like. You like to just spit it out and then let it in. Nope, I'm Scorpio, just that mysterious person. Yeah, yeah, I do sense that about you. You're mysterious. Okay, so it appears that you have some very positive cards. You have the King of Cups and you have Temperance and you have Upside Down Judgment. Death, Queen of Cups, Upside Down, the Chariot, and these Judgments. Since we have such a long list, pretty much sarcastic but very serious. Yes. And sensitive. Yes. Kai K, I do sense that about Angelo. Okay. So, what these cards are telling me is that you're a serious person, you're sarcastic, and you like to joke around, as I mentioned before, but you like to have a serious, like put a serious cap on it. It appears to me that people see your strength, they see your people see your strength, people see your sarcasm, and people see your dark humor, but the people at your school may be starting rumors about you simply because of your nature and simply because of the things that they sense in you. It appears that you're a good person, you're an upright person, but they may not like your sarcasm and it may be scaring them because it appears that they may be gossiping about you and maybe talking about you due to your sarcasm because it seems that they don't really like it as much. I mean, if that's your personality, then that's your personality. But sometimes people that don't really gravitate too much towards sarcasm. People can take it here, people can take it there, but they just can't take too much of it because then it turns them off and they want to go away. But as far as you being stalked, they sense a sense of strength about you, like I mentioned before. And they sense a sense of power within you, which is why you have the chariot card. So the people there, they may not gravitate towards you due to your sarcasm because they're not like it. They don't like it and they're not fans of it. But it's also because they know they can't touch you. A lot of times, and I deal with this as well, people know the strength that you have, the smarts and the wisdom that you have. But the reason why they won't get so close to you is because they can't, not only can they not get into you, but they know they can't touch you. They they know they can talk about you and ruffle your feathers a little bit, but they know they can't pin you down and they can't penetrate you. So that's a good thing. So what are the rules here? One question each, or may I ask more? Well, right now we're just doing one question because to do like a full length reading, it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be long. So one thing that I'll suggest to you, Angelo, about people gossiping about you and talking about you and whatnot, just let it roll off of your back. Just let it fly off of your back and don't worry about it. But just lighten up on the sarcasm a little bit because it's okay to be sarcastic. It's okay to, maybe crack a wise joke or whatever, but some people can kind of be turned off by it because it can be seen as you being dismissive or really snippy. And once you snip at them like that, or snip at them about, oh, don't call me Mike Hawk, that's just a silly name. Call me Angelo. They're like, well, okay, I didn't know. And when you do that, it kind of just it cuts them off. They're like, okay, well, I won't be close to you, but I'll be this close. And then you snap them again. They're like, okay, well, I walk back. Then you snap, snap, and then they're gone. So, in order to stop that tensity that you have with people, just lighten up just a little bit. So, that's the advice that I can give you. So, the next person in line is, I'll do Anna Alves. Okay, Anna Alves, what is your, does my ex miss me? He will come back. Okay, so you have a loved one. So people are talking bad about me, right? It seems that people are talking about you as in it's more, it's not something that I would take seriously. It's just like light chatter, pretty much. Just like, oh, did you see him walking? Oh, did you hear what he said? It's nothing to take like too serious. It's just like light chatter. So my advice would just be to let it roll off your back, let it roll off your shoulders. Okay. Urzuli Freda, Annie, no, Urzuli Freda, Anna Alves wants to know if her ex misses her and will he come back? Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Stop. I used to be gossip to Mike. It's nothing. It's just boring people talking mess about you because they're jealous that your life is interesting too. So, Janny, do you know Angelo personally? That is, since you're saying that, or because they have nothing better to do. Oh, let me not shuffle them again. Okay, Anna. So I'm gonna do your reading now. Yeah, I got the Nutrisystem and the Slim Fast. But hold on a minute, cause I'm doing a video. Okay, one thing that I'll say, Anna, is that you have some really good cards. I heard a rumor and of someone saying something about the way I walk. Nope. Okay. Well, let's see what the cards say. Now, I'm not going to turn the camera around because, turning the camera around is just too much. So, the cards that you have is the Fool, upright, Strength, upright, the Knight of Swords, reversed, the Magician, reversed, the Devil, reversed, the Hangman, reversed, the Upright Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, and the one, two, three, four, five, the Five of Cups, reversed. I heard a rumor and of someone saying something about the way I walk. Yeah, so that's just chatter. Like it's just chatter, like childhood bullying and things of that nature. Like I said, what I would recommend you do is to just not worry about it, but gravitate more towards people who like you and accept you for you. See, they just bored. When they talk time to watch someone walk, they just bored. Don't mind them, right? Okay, so the Fool. Now, don't think of the Fool card as it by saying you're a fool, because that's not what it means. The Fool usually represents new beginnings, having faith, someone who's just pretty much taking a leap of faith, per se. Okay, so this card represents inner strength, courage, bravery, and confidence. So, this card is pretty much the Fool card, represents you're taking a leap of faith. Since you said that you miss him and that you want to know if he comes back and you wanted to know if he misses you, this is indicating that you're taking a leap of faith, that you want to be like, oh hey, I want to know if he's thinking about me, if he misses me and whatnot. Should I take this chance to probably get back with him? So that's what this one is indicating. The strength represents the strength that you have in order to tame him. Because what kind of relationship do you two guys have? Was it a relationship where you two just vibe with each other or connected with each other? Or was it a situation where you kind of had to persuade him to be with you and to persuade him to get close to you? Because with this card, with the Knight of Swords, by it being reversed, it represents that there's some rudeness going on, some tactlessness, some aggression, and just a lack of flow. So, was there any of that going on in a relationship? And are you still there? Okay, you're still there. Okay, so when you say yes, since this the fool card, and I'm not calling you a fool, but this card represents you taking a leap of faith, that you want to try this out again, and it's saying here that there's some strength involved on your side to try to tame things and to try to get them to work in your favor. And this one is saying with the kind of man that you're working with, there's some aggression involved, some lack of cooperation. Is that right? Yes. Okay. And the hangman here represents, and this is an upright card for you, so it's not upside down, that you're feeling trapped, that there's some uncertainty and lack of direction, and also represents letting go. So since you got this card with all of these flowing, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I want him to work in my favor. I want him to come to me. I want him to be mine again. But you're just like, should I stay or should I go or should I keep it going? And that's what this card represents. Now you have the devil card, and this devil card is upside down. So we're going to see what this one represents. This one represents exploring dark thoughts and releasing limiting beliefs and detachment. So this is going along with your overall goal. You want it to work for you. You want him to work into your favor. And you want to explore when you're releasing limiting beliefs. You may want to release those. Well, I'm not going to reveal that part just yet until we get done. It's not that I want to not tell you the truth because I do, but I just don't want to give you too much, in the middle, and then you don't want to hear the end. So this one, it's still representing, your overall goal of what it is that you want. But this card, and this card does represent letting go and there being some detachment from this man or woman, because I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Okay, now you have the upside down magician. Okay, so with this one, the upside down magician reverse represents manipulation and poor planning and untapped talents. So since we're going into manipulation and dark thoughts, these are the things that you're thinking about when it comes to winning this person over. You want to manipulate them. You want to get them to be on your side. And that's what you want in order for there to be the goal of what you want. Now let's move down to the Empress. And we're moving into some more positive cards. The Empress is a very positive card. The Empress card, may I be added to the list? Okay, Savage Mama, we can add you to the list. Okay, so the Empress card represents a maternal instinct. You're an empress. You're beautiful. You're feminine. You're the woman. You're the female. You're the one that's nurturing and kind and you want to be taken care of. So, with this card representing you, this is what you want to get out of all of this that you're experiencing. You want to be seen as the woman, the one that's nurtured and the one that's cared for. Because this card seems to be your overall goal. That's what you want to be treated as, an empress once you get down to it. And now we have the Ace of Pentacles card. So it would be a new financial career opportunity when it's upright like this, and manifestation and abundance. So we have some positive cards here, especially dealing with manifestation. And now we're going to move along to this one. You have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups card, and it's reversed. Okay, so this one pretty much represents personal setbacks, self forgiveness, and moving on. This card, whether it is reversed, and by looking at this card, it doesn't have a really positive image to it. Whether it's upright or reversed, it's a negative card, and this one represents realizing setbacks and moving forward and moving on. Because as you can see, it's cups or like fallen opportunities or setbacks that have hit the floor, and the person standing there, their face is hidden, and you can't really tell as if they're crying or if they're hiding themselves from the situation. So, pretty much with these cards that you've gotten so far, you want to take this leap of faith and getting this ex of yours back. And you're using great strength in order to get them back to be with you. But you're experiencing a lot of aggressive behavior. You're experiencing a lot of fight back, a lot of get back, and you're not really successful in it. And with the overall cards here, it's suggesting that you should move on from this person, because what these cards are telling me is that if you have to fight so hard to get this person to get back with you, and you're even having dark thoughts, maybe thoughts of breaking up with him, or maybe thoughts of doing some work against him to either bring him back to you or to break him away from whoever he's attached to now. And it's saying here that you even see yourself as an empress, which is why you got the Empress card. You see yourself as an empress and as this beautiful woman that deserves to be treated with care and love, and you're nurturing and you're just wonderful. But, and there's also opportunities and a bright future for you being the woman that you are. But it seems that most of the cards are saying that it's time to accept this missed opportunity, if it was a missed opportunity, and it's time to accept that this person is just not giving into your advances, and that it's time to move on. And before I move on to the next person, Anne, I want you to tell me if this is accurate or not. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, perfect. So the next person is Tara Girl. I like your name because your name goes right with the tarot cards. Tara Girl Tarot reading. Okay, so now I'm gonna get these cards up off the floor. Okay, Tara girl, I am facing sleeping issues in some time now. Can you please tell me why that's happening and what can I do about it? Thank you. Okay, so you are experiencing sleeping problems. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Stop. Okay, so you're having sleeping problems. And why it's happening and what can you do about it? Okay. You're getting some major arcana cards, which is a good thing, but you're also getting a couple of them reversed, which can be a mix of good and bad. So the first cards that we have is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have our 10 cups here. Ten Cups represents divine love, blissful relationships, and harmony and alignment. So tell me about your life. Is your life pretty much aligned with everything that it's supposed to have? Because you have some positive cards in here. So it's saying that you have some alignment and some structure and order in your life. Okay, Page of Cups. No, it's not aligned yet, but I am better than I was last year. Okay, perfect. So if you're better than you were last year, that means your life is on its way to being aligned. And this is what your card is pretty much. So you're moving in the right direction. Everything's lining up for you. Okay, your next card is the upright Page of Cups. Okay, here represents happy news, an admirer, becoming emotionally mature, and artistic and kind and loyal with beauty and fashion. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. I got a call. Hello? Yes, this is her. Oh, no, I won't need it right now. So you can give that away to somebody. Oh, you too. Bye. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. So the Page of Cups represents youthfulness, positivity, creativity, and kindness. So this is showing that you're really taking your life seriously. You're trying to get everything into an alignment. You're becoming more positive, you're becoming more optimistic, and you just want things to flow better. So now we're moving along to the one, two, three, four, four of swords. And you have the four of swords reversed. Okay, so now we're getting in deep of where your sleeping problems are coming in at. Okay. This represents exhaustion, burnout, deep contemplation, and stagnation. So, do you have like a busy work life or a busy home life? Or are you one of those extremely avid thinkers where you have to get a million and one things done in the next 2 days? And if not, you feel like complete failure? Hey, Natural Monroe. Yes. Uh-huh. And that's where the sleeping issues are coming in at. So now we're getting down to it. Your next card is the High Priestess, a workaholic. Yes. So next we have the High Priestess, and this is a representation of you. The High Priestess is a very positive card. This represents spiritual insight, intuition, mystery, as well as hidden talents. And it represents a stillness. Um, it represents a stillness about yourself. So you know when the queen is sitting on her throne, like especially medieval times, she's not worried about what's going on, in the castle or what's going on the fields, as long as everything is done correctly. But she also knows that since she's not out there working on the field and working in the palace. She's just sitting on her throne giving orders and whatnot and not really worried about anything. This card represents that you need to see yourself as this woman. You need to see yourself as a high priestess, as a queen, as someone of value. That by you working so much, now I don't know your background as to why you have to work so much. Are you working so much because it's a necessity and you have a family and you're like the only breadwinner in your family? Or are you working so much because you want to have enough money, but you really don't have to work as much and you really shouldn't have to work as much? Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is reversed. I am trying to build a new business. Okay, yes, building a new business. And that's why you're working so much. I can understand from a personal perspective about building a new business because I used to work two jobs where I worked every day of the week and it tore my body up. because I know what it's like to work for something that you really want. And you know, if nobody else is going to give it to you, you have to give it to yourself. But our bodies, especially our bodies as women, and this is where yours come in at, we have to remind ourselves that we're not men and we can't work as hard as they do. We can work hard, but we just can't work ourselves as hard because our bodies and our spirits are just not designed to be coerced among certain hours and certain pressure, because you know whenever that happens we don't get enough sleep. Sometimes we eat, because a lot of times women were more emotional than men, so you have the emotional binge eating and the emotional binge drinking amongst other activities that can come in. And so yeah, so yes, the reverse card means ungrounded. This card has a negative context to it, that there's some danger mixed in here. There's some shallowness. There's some ungroundedness, some unfoundation. There's some bad health when it comes to being overweight and underweight. Brad, okay, you can add it to the list. And it seems to be there's some lack of focus on yourself, especially when it comes to your health. Because if you said that you're overworking yourself and you're having some sleeping problems, that means there needs to be a setback on your work schedule, because this is not a good card. So we have the world, and this one is reversed. Okay, this card is indicating that you have a sense of making it up. So, is the reason why you're working so hard and why you're starting this new business is because you realize this was something you should have did a long time ago? Because that's what this card is indicating. And this is a reverse card on my side. Because this card is indicating that you're trying to meet a goal that you've always wanted to achieve deep down inside, but it seems that due to your health declining with the lack of sleep and there being a lack of focus, there's a little bit of in denial mixed in there. Okay. This card with the two pentacles, and also I understand, and I'm going to make an announcement. I understand that people may not want to give their inner feelings in this chat, and that's fine. So if I ask you a question about certain things going on with you, if you don't want to answer it, but you know deep down inside, you know it's accurate, you don't have to say anything, and I'll just move on to the next thing. Okay, so with this card, the reverse two pentacles, it represents that there's an overcommitment and that there's a struggle keeping up with this schedule and with this work ethic, and that there's an overload. Then we have the reverse emperor. Okay, with the reverse emperor, it's coming down to a close. This is showing a lack of authority, a lack of discipline, and there just seems to be some imbalance with this card. And moving on to the last card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a 8 cups reversed. Okay, so with the 8 cups reversed, this one means that you may be thinking about leaving this business venture, or you may be thinking about leaving, or you may be thinking about leaving this job or leaving this work scenario that you're doing because it may not be working in your favor. You may not be seeing the results that you really want to see, and you just may not be getting what you want out of this situation. So, pretty much what your whole reading is saying is that you're on the right track of making things better for yourself, and you're on the right track of doing what you need to do for yourself to make sure that you're in the right place and that you're the right person for your path and for your alignment. But it's also saying that due to this heavy work schedule, it's killing you. And instead of you working all these long hours or working as hard as you are, you may need to reassess your work hours and your workload and even your mindset, because a lot of times when we're overworking ourselves, we're thinking about the money, we're thinking about how we got to get paid, we're thinking about the end goal. That's what we're thinking about, chasing the bag. But is chasing the bag worth your health? Because when it comes to a lack of sleep, it's serious. We not only have the coronavirus going on right now, which you can get from touching people, being sneezed on, cough, being in close proximity. We already know how you get that. But due to having a lack of sleep, with women especially, it plays a part on our looks, it plays a part on our skin, it plays a part on our heart rate, on how our body functions. It can put us in danger of having heart attacks and strokes. And if we're overweight, especially, it can really put us in that category of having sleep apnea, which is where when you sleep, you stop breathing. And sometimes when you're talking to people or maybe sitting around or whatever, you just fall asleep at the brink of a hat, which can really indicate heart and breathing problems. And this is also saying that with that business venture, is this something that you should have did a long time ago? And it's a missed opportunity that you just have to accept and let go? Or maybe this is a business venture that you need to set out, and instead of you quitting on it altogether, just maybe fall back and just say, well, what kind of business is this? Is this the kind of business that I need to start? Is this the kind of business that's for me? Is this business selling? Am I making a profit from it? But at the end of the day, when this is all said and done, think of yourself as the high priestess. This is your card. This is your personality card. This is who you are. You are a high priestess. High priestess take care of themselves. High priestess value themselves. And high priestess know when to let go and when to keep moving forward and to reach their end goal. So, Tarot Girl, since I've concluded this reading, is everything that I said accurate? If you're still here. Okay, I realize that some people have left the room because we started out with 10, now we're down to 6. So if you were on the list and you left, then I'm gonna have to move on to the next person. I really should have pinned. Okay, I'm gonna pin this list. Put user in hide user. Okay, Anna Torres was next. Are you still here, Anna? Okay, Tara Curl might have left. Okay, Jenny JJ. Okay, you're still here. Okay, and towards will there be regret after he broke up with me so coldly? Yes. Okay. Well, I would have to do more cards because, okay, I'm going to be honest with you that due to us being on here for so long, I'm only doing like one question cards because in order for me to do a really, really in-depth one for you to get the answers, I would have to do more. I would have to do more layouts. So I won't be able to answer that question since I've already done your reading. But we could continue it. But what I have to do, if you guys really like my readings after I do these readings for you guys, I will set up a way that I could do readings for you guys so you can get all of your answers in one sitting. Okay, so the next person on the list was, wait a minute, Anna Torres. Oh, I'm getting you to, okay. Wait a minute, Anna. Were you the same one? Because I know there was a Anna Alves and an Anna Torres. Because I think I might have did Anna Alves. And she asked me about getting her ex back. Will there be regret after he broke up with me so coldly? Okay, Anna Torres, you must be the other Anna. Okay. I thought you was the other Anna. Okay. Since this is dealing with love, I'm going to deal with Urzuli Dantor. Urzuli Freda. Urzuli Freda. Put this camera down. Urzuli Freda. Will Anna Torres's know they're different? Yeah. Okay. Will there be regret after he broke up with me so coldly? Okay. Anna Torres, Urzuli Freda wants to know if her boyfriend will regret breaking up with her so coldly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. So we have the reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cups. Let's see what that means. Okay, so since this is reversed, this one represents there's a sense of missed opportunities, lack of choice, sobriety, reality, and clarity, and feeling trapped. So are you feeling trapped about how this man feels about you since breaking up so coldly? Because that's what this one represents. And now we're going to move up to the two cups. I blocked him. Okay. So what this card is showing, because you, and this is from my side up, seems here you have, this represents that there was a deep connection between you two, that there was mutual attraction, mutual understanding, and mutual feelings between you two. So Page of Wands reversed. Okay, instead of me explaining each card, I'm going to go ahead and find the meanings for these cards so I can give you an overall answer. Can I be in the list for another reading? Yes, I could do another reading on you.
What's the list? Um, on second thought, Angelo, I can't take another question right now from you because I want to get through the list. And I said I'm going to set up something where I can do more in depth readings. Because if you have more than one question, I have to keep doing more readings, and that's going to set the line back. Hey, love. Hey, love your channel. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm still here, Anna. I'm just going over these last cards so I can give you an overall reading. Okay, so to conclude your reading, you are going to reach success. It's saying that it's saying that you and your ex were really connected and you were oh, you thought I had stopped because it was just stuck in one place. I was just going over the meaning. Okay, so it's pretty much saying that you and this man had a deep connection. You two were aligned with one another. And it's saying that you're trying really hard to find out if he still wants you and if he feels bad about the way that he broke up with you and if things will ever get back into place. You stated that you blocked him, and I can imagine you probably blocked him because of the severity of the breakup and how cold it was. Because a lot of times, the deepest connections we have, the hardest it hurts whenever we break up with a person. So it's pretty much saying that continue to pursue this by unblocking him. Because if you two, especially, are on really good terms, like there's no arguing, there's no cussing, there's no fighting or anything like that, what is suggested that you do is to open up and initiate a conversation and initiate a reasoning as to why things happen they did with this person. I'm not saying so much as to just resolve all these things with yourself, but try initiating a conversation with him and go with the flow of the conversation. And then when the time is right, ask, well, why did we break up the way that we did? And why did you say the things that you said? Or you could come and say, I was hurt by what you said to me and how it made me feel, especially by the connection that we had. And it's pretty much saying to go with the flow and to see where that goes. But your end card is the road to success. You have the star card. Let me double check that so I won't give you an incorrect reading. So yeah, it's saying that the star card means that pursuing that conversation and pursuing a reunion with this person is the way to go. It's pretty much saying have faith and believe that things will be set in order and things will be set in place and you'll get back with this person. So that's pretty much your overall conclusion with this reading. Okay, so the next person after Anna was Janny. Okay, Janny. I'm ready for you, Janny. Should I quit my online classes? Okay. Should Janny quit her online classes? One, two, three, four, five, six. Stop. Hmm. Seems like you got some pretty good cards. So the first card that you have is a quarreling kind of card. So are you battling as to whether you should stay or go in your classes because you may be having an issue with the teachers or an issue with the major, or you're worried that due to the coronavirus you may not be exactly where you're supposed to be and you're afraid about being held back? Because this card represents a lot of quarreling, arguing, and unsettledness. Okay, Knight of Cups. Due to the coronavirus, I feel like I'm wasting my time because it might go on till next year. Yeah. And I have a life outside of school and I want to invest in as well, not just school. Yeah. Yep. So that's what this is representing. It's representing that, I don't know, maybe I should not do this, not do that. So you're really trying to figure out what to do. And with your second card that you got with the Page of Swords reversed, it's showing that there's a lack of you really expressing how you feel and lack of expressing what it is that you want out of life. Because sometimes when it comes to that imbalance of school and having a life outside of school, we usually lack self expression and we lack ourselves freedom to be ourselves. So that may be partaking in the core as well. I am seeing some creativity though, that you have some creative thoughts about what it is you want to do in life and what you want to invest in. And I'm also seeing that you have some alignment set up in your life. Hey, hon, how are you? I like to ask if I should start my own lip gloss business in the future. Just an idea as of now. Okay, Kais, I'll do a reading on you. So yeah, so it's saying right now there's some alignment going on in your life. Now here we have the reverse two of swords. Alignment. Alignment pretty much, hey Cassandra, alignment pretty much means that you're on the right track. And alignment pretty much means that things are going down the right path for you. That's what alignment means. So that means if you're in school and you're pretty much, in class, attending your classes, turning in all the work and whatnot, then you're on the right track. And I understand that you want your to have a life outside of school that you want to invest in, that maybe you being in school is the right thing for you to do. Is there space on the list, Tika? Yes, we have space on the list. So let's see to make peace with every life. Yes, now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. And this card right here is indicating that you're sorry, my comment deleted. I like to know if I should pursue a lip. Well, yeah, I saw that. Okay, so it's saying right here you're really quarreling as to whether to quit school or not to quit school, to live life and have a life and invest in that, or to, stay in school and just hold back on your life right now. So this is pretty much saying that a decision needs to be made. Now you have the lovers card. May I be added? Yes, I add you to the list. Lovers card reversed. Okay. The lovers card being reversed on my side represents that there's an imbalance. Gaurav Sharma, hi, please add me. And Jenny J, I want you to let me know if I'm being accurate in what I'm saying. Happily ever after. Okay. So, yes, there seems to be an imbalance going on. A lot of times with school, I don't know how old you are, but I know what it's like to deal with that as well because I'm in that. I've been done that before. Sometimes, depending on how your life is designed, the life experiences, you may want to pursue being young and having friends and having a job and just traveling and sightseeing the world instead of staying in school. But maybe you need to reconsider staying in school because school is expensive and a lot of money has been spent. And since you're on the verge of finishing and on your way to finishing, and you pretty much have yourself together anyway, then there is an imbalance. Yeah. And pretty much since you're halfway there anyway, your best bet would be to stay in school. You can still have a life outside of school. You just have to find that balance. So, the Queen of Wands. Now we're dealing with the Queen of Wands. Okay. Woo. Got a good card right here. The Queen of Wands. This represents somebody that is efficient, they're energetic, they're vivacious, they're strong. You're so accurate. My pendulum, Cassandra Thomas, my pendulum. Okay, we're off, Sharma. We'll add you to the list. You're after Tika. Yes. You're the Queen of Wands. It symbolizes you're a vivacious person. You're efficient, which is pretty much why your life is in alignment. Because with vivacious people and people that got their head on straight and they're passionate and they're energetic and they're forthright about what they want, yeah, you're the queen of your life because you know what you want to do and where you want to go. So that's something to keep in mind about this. Now we're moving to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're moving to the Eight of Wands. Thank you, Cassandra. Okay, the Eight of Wands is stating again movement, action, alignment. So you're on the right track with being in school, and you have the star, which is what Anna got in her last reading. You got a star. So to answer your question, you need to stay in school because by you dropping out of school and wanting to pursue your life outside of school and to invest in friends or maybe invest in a man or a woman or maybe invest in a new business venture and stuff, just stay in school because with this coronavirus, if a lot of us are in school right now and we're taking classes and we're getting good grades and whatnot, our best bet is to stay in school. Hardly anybody can be social right now, hardly anybody can meet up. It's against the law in some places to go to parties and meet and greets and gatherings. And people are still dying. And think of it this way, when this is all said and done, you'll have a degree, you'll have a certification, you'll have what it is that you're striving for. So, while you're dealing with this imbalance, stay in school, but as you're in school, when you're done with your homework and whatnot, self evaluate. Think about what's bothering you. Are you missing something in your life? Did you not get something in your childhood that you wish you should have had? Are you missing friends? Are you missing a partner? Are you missing out on experiences you feel like you should have at your age? So think about that. But the overall answer is to stay in school. Okay, and that concludes our reading. So after Janny J. Happily ever after. Are you still in the room? Happy ever after. I'm happy and sad at the same time. Yeah, I can understand because I know how school sometimes can feel like it's a setback, but it's not going to be a setback when you're able to have a job that pays you enough to afford all your bills and you could be an independent woman and be able to have your life at the same time. So, yeah, lots of love from Mozambique. Okay, we got Africa in the house. You're welcome. Okay, so happily ever after. Let's find out your happy ending. Okay. Oh, I see a lot of people have left the room. I don't know if it's due to lack of interest or maybe, people may be busy. So I'm going to move on to the next person in line. Cassandra. I know you're still here. Cassandra. I'll do you next. Okay, honestly, I'm a bit scared. I'm working towards putting a predator in prison. I have some questions about this. Will I successfully put him in jail? Will I be safe during this process? Okay, good question. Okay, will Cassandra successfully put this predator in prison? And will she be safe during this process? One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm not shuffling these good enough, so I'm gonna do this layout again because you got the same cards as the person from the last time. And I want to give you an accurate reading. So, I'm gonna be at school though. That's different. And I'm gonna actually be doing things I'm supposed to do. Okay. Look at that. I shuffled the cards and you still got the same ones. But a few of them were different. Well, I guess they're meant to be there then. Okay, so this is your spread. So, are you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer or a prosecutor? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have the Six Pentacles. Let's see what the Six Pentacles is about. Nope, I'm just a kid. Okay. Okay, this card is showing, since you have the Six of Pentacles, that the person you're prosecuting, or maybe yourself, is a person of wealth. And let me know if that's accurate or not. Let's see. Then we have the Ace of Cups. He is. Okay. Yeah, okay. He's a person of wealth, and it appears to be he's a generous person as well. Okay. So you have the Ace of Cups as your second one. Okay, and this represents, and this is going along with the generous flow. You know, there's an overpour of abundance and pretty much overflow of wealth. Now we're getting down to the Seven Pentacles. Ma'am, how how will be my financial life? When will I become financially independent? Gaurav Sharma. Okay, I'll take yours after Cassandra Sharma. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is showing, this Seven of Pentacles is showing you've been in deep thought about this. That you're trying to make up your mind and you're trying to decide whether you want to do this or not. So now we're moving along to the next card. You have the Magician reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Got a lot of pentacles in here. Okay, he's very generous. He gives me money for no reason. Okay, so you're saying that this person is a predator, and there seems to be an overflow and abundance of his love or his admiration or his giving to you. It seems that if he really is a predator, that he's grooming you. Because usually predators, they groom their prey before they go in for a kill. Okay, there seems to be some manipulation involved here. And when it comes to the Page of Pentacles, because you have the upside down magician and the Page of Pentacles, that there's some procrastination mixed in there as well. There may be some coming on your side since this is what you're thinking about doing. So if you've been thinking about this for a while, it seems that you've been procrastinating a little bit about gathering all the facts and piecing everything together before you choose to report this person or to have this person prosecuted. Okay, Sharma, are you still here? So I know to do your reading after Thomas. So this one is stating you feel stuck in that there's some self discipline involved here. So as you've been thinking and as you've been procrastinating, you might feel stuck in your thoughts and what you're finding, or you may not know where to go or what to turn to. You may not feel like you have enough evidence, which is why you may feel like you're not safe. Now, what I could tell you about this card, you have this card upright. And this card is saying is that if you choose to bring this person up for prosecution and you know you have all the facts and you have what you're supposed to, you're up for a fight. Which means that when you give this information, you're going to have people not believing you. You're going to have people not wanting to hear what you have to say. And you may have people trying to get you to deny what happened. But this card is representing to stand firm on your facts. If what happened happened, if that's what the person did to you, you're going to have to keep your story the same. And you're going to have to keep it straight. And when it's time to prosecute this person, you're going to have to give them the same answers. Okay, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands reversed. And it's saying here you're dealing with some passion. Okay, let's see. Will my ex stop trying to contact me? It's been 11 years. Is he getting info from family members? How will things be when Kendrick comes back in my life? Okay. So with this, Cassandra, with this is showing that you're passionate. You're passionate about this, but you're not sure how to channel it. And you're not sure if this is what you want to do, and you're not sure if this is what you want to say. That's what this card is representing. Okay, you have the Eight of Wands, which represents progress, action, and movement. So, to conclude this reading, The person that's a predator in your life is someone who's of great wealth and generosity, and they've been very giving about what they have to offer. But you've been pensive about bringing this person to prosecution. You've been wanting to know if this is something you should do, if this is the way to go. And as I mentioned, if this person is a true predator and you have all your facts and you have all your information, then pursue it. But you're going to have to make sure this is what you want to do, but you're going to be in for a fight. And as far as you being safe, look at your age. I'm not sure how old you are. You said you were a kid. If you're 8 or 9 years old, now I don't know if the predator of yours is a parent or if it's a family friend or if somebody in the neighborhood, you have to think along the measures of that. If it is a parent, then you may have to go into, child, you're 16. Okay. So if it's well, you're kind of in the adult realm of things, especially depending on what state you're in. So if you're 16 and you're bringing someone up to prosecution, you're pretty much old enough to move out on your own if you have that option. If it's a parent, you can be emancipated from your parents or divorce your parents and become a ward of the state. But I'm not really sure how living situations are for people that do that. But one thing you have to do is while bringing this person to prosecution, you have to go through it, stick to your facts and stick to what you want to know. You will be in for a fight, but you need to look into some protective measures for yourself because if it involves family and friends, then you may have to move out. You may have to ask for witness protection, or you may have to somehow figure out a way to protect yourself. And that's if you're not sufficiently independent. I don't know him personally, but I am very passionate about this. I have all the evidence, and I believe I'm ready to fight. Okay, if you don't know him personally and you have all the evidence and you're very passionate about bringing this case to court and prosecuting this person, go for it. Oh, you're welcome, Cassandra. Hello. Hey, Jakari. May I ask a question? Yes, you can ask a question, but I do have people that are in line. Sharma, are you still there? All right, and thank you. Just subscribe. What has Mackenzie Gemini thought of me this month? Savage Mama, I think I'm next. How will things be when Kendrick comes back in my life? Okay. Savage Mama. Okay, so Kendrick. Okay. I'm gonna call on Azuli Freda since this is a love question. Azuli Freda, Savage Mama wants to know if Kendrick will bring positive results or negative results. Tika Azuli Freda. Oh, Tika, you know Azuli Freda? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, so here are your cards. Now, the first card you have is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 of Swords reversed. Okay, so what this card is indicating is that there's some anxiety and fear and some inner turmoil with thinking about what he's going to bring when he comes back. And so the second card you have is the Hermit. The Hermit card represents the Hermit card upright, which is what you have, represents you may have been taking a step back from things or taking a step back from people to really analyze the situation to see if you're ready to take him back, because you may not know what will happen or what he'll bring once he comes back. And now you have Jakar. Oh, Jakar Thomas. Okay, Jakar, you're on the list. Okay, so with this Judgment card being reversed, it seems like you've been, ma'am, my turn was after Tika. Okay, Sharma. Yes, I scrolled up and noticed there was a list above. Okay. So with this card, it's showing that you've been having some inner turmoil, which goes along with our first card that we have. You've been trying to figure out, like, well, is this going to be a good decision? Is this going to be a bad decision? Or you may have been feeling like I want to take him back or I don't want to take him back. And now we're dealing with the World. And with the World card being reversed like this, it looks as though you've been wanting to find closure with this, or there's been a bit of stagnation with your thought process about how you want this to pan out for you. Six. And this card is showing here that you're, in this card right here, you have the Nine of Pentacles. It's pretty much showing that you're on the right track with your thought process. But this shows that you're a woman of stature, of valor. You have your head on straight. So you've been thinking about this in a logical way. So, but it seems like the reason why you may have been thinking about this so deeply is because there's some disalignment going on, and that's what this represents. There may be a lack of respect from his side or a lack of understanding, and that could be why you're so hesitant to welcome him back. Now we have the Queen of Cups and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Savage Mama, are you still there? Okay, it's saying unable to connect with chat. Okay, I'm gonna say hi because I did get offline a little bit. Okay, yeah, it's still in here. Okay, so the Queen of Cups reversed is saying that it's time to take care of your feelings and to consider how you feel and to consider what you want and what you desire. But this is also saying that you should pursue and go through with what you want, because if he's responding to you in a positive way and if he's something that you really want, then this is something that you should pursue. But the main thing would be to just consider your feelings and not put them over his, and to just have a good sense of communication. Because it's saying in the end that you two are going to be united and that you two are going to be together as one. Okay, so Savage Mama. Uh, okay, Savage Mama. And somebody else was after Savage Mama. Okay, I got Savage Mama. And then Okay. Savage Mama, you still there? Why does everybody keep dropping out the chat? Okay, I got one person added on. Okay, well, Savage Mama, once you get back on, I'll you can do a playback and you'll be able to see yours. But I said, like, as far as the ending, that you're going to be united as one with him. Just as long as you consider your feelings and take care of your feelings and not put yours over his, then you'll be on your way. Okay, I want everybody to let me know who's still in the room because nobody's talking and I noticed some people are dropping in and out of the chat. So just give me like a quick hi so I know who's to do next. Okay, since nobody else is talking, I'm going to do Sharma's next. So, you want to know how your financial life be? One, and how you be financial independent. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. Stop. Okay, Sharma, so I'm going to do yours. Okay, Sharma, so your first card is the King of Cups, which is upright. Okay, we got 7 people in the room. Okay. So, since you have the King of Cups as your first card, it shows that you're an emotionally balanced and compassionate person, but you're also diplomatic. So that means you know what you want and what you don't want, and you know how to tell people how to treat you. So this is something good when it comes to financial matters. So you have one, two, three, four, five, six. Since you want to know where your money situation is right now, are you reminiscent about happier financial times? Because that's what this could be indicating. Seems like you're on the right track, but you're kind of living in memory lane when it comes to money. And that's why you're focused on finances because you want to return to a place that you used to be. So now we're moving on to the Ace of Cups. It's pretty much stating that your finances right now look pretty good. There seems to be an overflow of fluctuation of money coming in for you. Now moving on here, we have one, two, three, five, six, seven, eight. We have the Eight of Swords. But it seems that with this card, you seem to be worrying, or you seem to guilt yourself about you seem to be guilting yourself about a financial situation that you made or that happened to you, and that's why you may be currently worried about your financial situation. Stating here, we're going into some progression. That with this worry and fear that you have, you're moving into the right direction. So things are starting to fall into place for you. Now moving on to the Knight of Pentacles. So it's pretty much saying with your financial situation, if you want it to be better, or if you want to getting better is the same thing, or if you want to continue to make the overflow that you're making, just make better money decisions, as in better spending habits or investment decisions. So this is showing that you're going to have some progress in your money in your money woes or your money progression. So as long as you stop beating yourself up about your financial situation and about what's going on with your money and make better decisions moving forward, you'll get to where you want to go. Yep. Yep. You're about to move into wealth and financial security and long term success. So you're on the right track. You're getting there. So, to conclude this, by you being a diplomatic person, it's saying that your concluding card is there's going to be some delegation dealing with your money. So, in order for you to have your financial situation looks good right now, but if you want it to be better, then you're going to have to make better money decisions and spending habits and investment decisions. But overall, you're moving in the right direction. You're going to experience much abundance and wealth, but you just need to delegate your financial decisions or your money, if that's what you're deciding on, in better places and better spaces. Okay, guys, so I don't know what's going on with the chat, but I'm going to go ahead and end it since I'm not getting any more questions, and I think the chat is probably messed up. So, what I'll do is I'll find a way for you guys to reach me so I can do more readings. I'm glad that you liked this video. I'm glad that you guys liked my channel, and I'm really glad that you guys liked the readings that I did and they were spot on and accurate with what it was that you asked me for. So, I hope you guys have a good day. Don't forget to like, leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe to my channel as well as share it, and have a good day.